old school jam because I have a old school ukulele review for you. What I was just playing was a Bushman Cedar Tone concert ukulele. I guess my brother bought this a number of years ago. Never played it because of the smaller size of the concert. It just didn't fit him. So he brought it over and I'm going to take a look at it. So you got to hear what it sounded, I guess just strumming. So like I said, this is a cedar tone, and if you watch some of my other videos, I posted a review of a Ohana baritone that I got, mahogany baritone, recently. And I guess in that video I talked about this Bushman Cedar Tone baritone that I have. So we're going to take a look at that, as well as this Bushman Cedar Tone concert. Solid cedar top, which is pretty nice gloss finish. This rosette around the sound hole. Got a squarish tied off bridge down there. Fingerboard, and I believe it has a rosewood back and sides from some of the research that I did. Has a very nice Bushman rosewood headstock. These are like similar open back tuners that I have on my Bushman baritone. There's no name on these. Assuming, I'm not exactly sure what the neck is made of. And there's a sticker inside that says Final Assembly in the USA, Bushman Ukuleles, Model Cedar Tone Concert. So just looking at this, it looks like they did a pretty good job with it. Like I said, it's a gloss finish, but looks pretty well done, the gloss finish. I guess inside of the sound hole here, I see some glue and some other stuff, but overall from the outside it's not bad. I think he's had this for a number of years, and maybe just because of the temperature changes, cracks running on the side right at the top of the top here near the fingerboard. I don't know if they go all the way through, but it's not affecting the tone or playability or anything of the ukulele. First things struck me, I guess this thing is loud. It's light and it's loud, just like my baritone, it's light. So if I just strum this, it just rings out. And if you watched any of my other videos, I've gotten a new tenor, all solid mahogany. Let's see how this compares. It's pretty resonant. But this Bushman concert, I mean, this thing is, you can feel it vibrating while you're holding it. I guess it does have a low G, but you can just hear that. It's still going. And as compared to the Bushman baritone, kind of a similar resonance there. Just keeps going. So like I said, man, this is probably my favorite ukulele. I mean, it's light, it's resonant, sounds good. I've had this for a number of years. I mean, well made. Just to look at this compared to the concert, cedar top as well. I'm assuming this is rosewood. It's not as dark as the rosewood here on the concert. And I think the baritone is a little older model because it doesn't have the similar sticker inside that this said Final Assembly in the US. This actually says the original Bushman ukuleles, and it just gives a model number. So this may have been one of the earlier production of the Bushman ukuleles. It's similar. The tuners look pretty much the same. Headstock, not quite as dark as the concert. tuners look like they're pretty much the same to me. Fingerboards look like they're similar, kind of the same white rosette around the sound hole. Same kind of squarish looking bridges down there. The baritone does have a white stripe running down the back, where this doesn't have that. So I think this concert is a later production, and just from some of the info that I was able to look up on the internet, I guess if you go, they still have a website. If you go to bushmanmusic.com, it looks like they're just selling harmonicas now. That was what they originally started out selling with Bushman Music. And it looks like they started making the ukuleles in 2003, May of 2003, and it said that continued to January of 2020, so not that long ago. I hadn't heard of anybody actually buying a Bushman recently, talking about it. And they were kind of, when they came out, I guess back in the day, that's why I was playing the old school jam earlier. It's too late to turn back now, but October 2004, they came out with their Jenny, all solid wood mahogany ukulele, and I remember that was kind of all the buzz because the price was less than $200, and that was the thing. And then they started this Bushman World Ukulele Concert video contest. I mean, started in 2007, went to 2014. That was kind of a big deal. People could send in their videos. Then the winner got a Bushman ukulele, and they gave, I think, prizes out for second and third as well. But so they made the Jenny, which was the mahogany, and then they also made a line of with cedar tops called the Cedar Tone. And from what I read, they made some other models later on with acacia and some other woods. I never really heard much about those. The company was actually started in 1996 by a guy named John Hall, selling harmonicas. And the Bushman ukuleles were made in China, and like the sticker says inside here, but finished in the US. So I'm assuming they did the final setup and maybe stringing and things like that here when they got them into the US. And I think over time they had changed factories, but I guess in my opinion, if you can find a Bushman ukulele, at least the two that I have, I'm impressed with them as far as the lightness, the sound, the resonance. Baritone is really playable, but I know if you just Google, they've had a number of issues, reports to the Better Business Bureau in the past, and I believe some of that may have been due to the demand that they were having. I don't think they could keep up with the demand and supply. You can read people were complaining their ukuleles were shipping late. I didn't go into detail to see if people had any issues actually with the playability or the quality, but like I said, the two that I have, they're definitely keepers. I'm going to see maybe if I could trade my bass with my brother for this one. But so let me just let you hear a little bit more of some sound samples. I'm going to do some strumming. Forgot what song I was playing there for a minute. You can hear have some strumming. So it sounds pretty good. I just don't like the smaller scale of the concert to play finger picking, but I think for strumming this would be a nice uke because it's light and it's actually loud. So even up the neck, it has some pretty nice tone to it. So the Bushman Cedar Tone concert, so not made anymore, but if you can find one, I would definitely check it out and maybe add it to your ukulele collection.